Welcome, Divine Discoveries in El Brujo. I'd love you too, El Brujo, if you're still here. Welcome to the three people that are in the chat. I had to make me some tea, y'all. So what did I name this? Okay, Rites of Passage. I've been trying to get this together all day. I've been trying to get this, my little, to make time to actually get on here and talk to you guys. so so hopefully my stuff will be like organized enough. Welcome. So I'm drinking. I'm in my bedroom. By the way, I know things look different. Okay, so I'm drinking some mindful mint tea. Okay, and it's a Yaupon tea. So Yaupon is it's a it's an indigenous holly bush tea, and it makes a much stronger. It's indigenous to southeastern America, I believe, but it makes a really dark colored tea that is really rich. It's almost as rich as coffee. Okay, and I add a little bit of well, I ain't gonna tell y'all. It's a beauty secret. Okay, so if y'all want to know, I'll let you know. Thank you, El Brujo. I just washed my hair, babe, and just let it air dry. So when I let my hair air, I'm trying to see which direction my necklace is. When I let my hair air dry, it just this is what it turns into, a big fluff, and I like it. I like fluffy, full hair. You know what I'm saying? But if I put oil on it, then it straightens out. So I can wear an afro. I can do it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is just freshly washed, air dried hair. Okay. Thank you. Oh, I didn't even know you could see that. You know what? I actually forgot that I was wearing a bindi. I didn't even know if you can see it. I can't see it on the camera. I really can't. It's like a glare on my face. But yes. So anyway, you guys, I'm glad you're here. Okay. I know it's been a few days. Because I'm doing some work for one of my clients. Okay. Some of the work I have sitting right here next to me. Okay. Because I'm working. But so I'm back. Okay. So we have downloads and some stuff. Okay. I got several pages of information here. Okay. So I'm going to be drinking my tea. Okay. So I hope you guys have your tea. And we are listening to, of course, Meditative Mind. Okay. And I recommend Meditative Mind to you all. Do you, El Brujo? That's probably because I ain't had no damn sleep. Okay. And I've been around my mom, right? So the Asian blood is on my mom's side, and I've been around her. Like if you saw my mom, you would definitely see it because my mom looks like a little black Asian lady. Okay. But anyway, so 900, we're listening to 963 hertz. You are the universe. Okay. So manifest anything in this energy. And we're listening to Meditative Mind, of course, my people. So welcome to, yes, my mom has Korean blood. Exactly. She looks Korean. So, but anyway, and like I said, I see Asian people who look like my cousins and people in my family all the time look like my grandma, my cousins. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really see it in myself, only when I look like my mom. You know what I'm saying? When I see my mom in me. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, y'all. First of all, we were in the moon was in Pisces. Okay, I think up until like last Wednesday, and I think that was probably, I don't know when my last video was, but I remember talking about the moon being in Pisces. You know what I'm saying? And I was talking about the moon being in Pisces, and I that night when I went to bed, while the moon was in Pisces, I didn't even go to bed. I actually had fell asleep on my living room floor. Okay. And I do that a lot because my floor is actually really comfortable. So I'll take my comforter or I'll get my Snuggie or something and go in there and I'll sleep on the floor. Right. So I was on the floor in my living room and I fell asleep. And when I went to sleep, the moon was in Pisces and I saw myself sleeping. Like, you know how you sleep and you like are outside of your body. So I saw myself sleeping. And then it was like I was outside of myself watching myself, and but I was asleep right where I was at on the floor. But then there was like this body of water above me. You know what I'm saying? There was a body of water, like I was under, like I was basically like I looked like I was sleeping. Welcome, my 45th Goddess Evolution 2020. I love the name. Welcome. You caught us live. So I don't know if you've ever been here before, but we definitely welcome the energy. Okay. So yeah, y'all. So I was sleeping, right? And I saw myself sleeping, but I saw a body of water above me. Okay. So it was like I was sleeping at these subterranean levels underwater. Okay. And I knew that that meant that I was submerged. Welcome, Lady Witch. I'm glad you caught us. I'm glad you caught us live. I appreciate you guys being here. So I'm almost over my little cold. I really feel like it's more like ascension symptoms than a cold. You know what I'm saying? But you know, whatever it is, it's lingering a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But oh, okay, you were here last week. Okay, you must have had a different name. I don't remember the name, but then you know what I'm saying? I'm not always here when I'm here, if you know what I mean. So, you know what I'm saying? You probably was dealing with one of my other aspects of me. Okay. So, but anyway, welcome. Okay. I appreciate you being here. So anyway, you guys, I was asleep under the water. I was asleep and I saw a big body of water above me. Okay. And it was so that meant like I was sleeping at these subterranean levels underwater, and I felt that that meant that I had been submerged in emotions. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you know, water is emotions. It was a new moon, or the moon was in Pisces. Okay, and you know that's emotions. You know, all of the water signs is emotions. The moon is emotions. Okay, and so it all had to do with it, because I told y'all the moon rules me. I don't know why it does. It just does. Okay, every time there's a new moon, I have my period. You know what I'm saying? Every time something's going on, every time that there's a full moon, some things are uncovered. The moon be telling me stuff. Okay, the moon be uncovering secrets and lies and deception. Okay, so this I every time. So yes, I'm very intimately connected with the moon. So the moon was in Pisces. When I went to sleep, I saw the water above me, and so I saw myself sleeping under it, but I started to be, thank you, Lady Witch. So I started, oh, Maria Wilburn. Okay, I remember you, babe. I do remember you. Okay, welcome back. I knew there was a different name, because I got a pretty sharp memory. Like, I don't remember that name, but I did feel your energy. Okay, so anyway, y'all, so I was sleeping and I saw myself begin to rise through these levels of water. Okay, the water it was like up over me, and then I began to rise through it. Yes, El Brujo, the moon and the sun is Oshun, and I feel that really I'm more connected to the moon than the sun. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I ever told y'all, when I called the moon over, I really didn't mean to. Like, one day I was out praying. I don't want to lose focus, but one day I was out. Of course, you know I'm a Venusian baby on so many levels. Okay, you already know this. But yeah, the moon. One day I was out there praying, and I don't know, really, I was in a very deep spiritual place, but in a dark place too in my life. And I was praying, and I talked to the moon, and the moon came over to me. Okay, and I remembered, because at that time I had been reading A Course in Miracles, and I remembered that the lesson for that day had been what was the lesson? The lesson for that day had been, don't confuse awe with fear. Like, when you begin to have your mystical experiences, when you begin to get on this path, it's going to be magical things that are going to be happening. Magic is real. You're going to learn that it's real. You're going to learn how intimately you are connected to the cosmos and to the moon and the sun. You know what I'm saying? And so I remembered the lesson, but then with that night when I was praying, and the actual moon actually came over to me, because I was like, why is, like, this is the moon for the whole world. Why are you coming to me? You know what I'm saying? Like, is this real? Because when it came over to me, I got scared and ran in the house, because it was more than just awe. The lesson had been, don't confuse awe with fear. But I got scared, because I forgot about the lesson, because the moon was so big. Like, this is not just like a little light that's up there. This is the moon. Okay, so the power was the power was enormous. The light was enormous. Okay. It was like, it made it look like it was daytime, and the power just felt so overwhelming. It was so big that I got scared and ran in the house. And then I got mad at myself because I remembered the lesson had been, don't confuse awe with fear. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy to do so when something that major is happening to you. So I've known ever since then, El Brujo, yeah, that it's very an intimate connection. You know, I always connected my Oshun with the sun, but the moon I'm even more intimately connected with, I would say, or just as intimately connected, because, you know, I love the sun as well. But anyway, back to my story, y'all. So I was asleep and I was rising through these levels of water, and I actually saw my body sleeping in the way that I was actually sleeping, but I was also seeing in my third eye, or wherever I was seeing it at, I was simultaneously seeing all of the things that I had gone through over these past 6 months. Okay. Because I would say I've been on a spiritual journey for a long time, but I would say that my awakening, the catalyst for it was when my relationship ended. The moment when I actually took his stuff out there, because I had decided that I was done, regardless of whatever he was going to try to come back and do or whatever. I had just decided that I was done. Okay. And so when I finally took the stuff out there and threw it away, and when I came back in, because I told y'all I felt like Angela Bassett in the Taurus. Oh, okay. Thank you, Elbert. I didn't know that, babe, but I do know it, though. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know it, but I knew it. You know what I'm saying? Innately, I knew it because it's just who I am. As I know myself, you know what I'm saying? I know that that's true. And so, you know what I'm saying? It's like I said, the path is amazing. It's beautiful. It's mystical. It's magical. It's ever expanding. You know what I'm saying? And it never ceases to amaze me. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't see how a person could live their lives. You know, I remember I've had several people be like, you weird, spiritual, this and that. And I'm like, how can you think that being spiritual is weird? Like, how, if you know that the spirit exists and you can acknowledge that you have one, or that you are one, then, you know, because they think they have one, they don't realize that they are one. But regardless of whatever, if you acknowledge that the spirit realm exists, how could you live your life and ignore it? You know what I'm saying? How could you not pay attention to it? I just don't get that. But I'm the one who's weird. I will be that, honey, all day long. Okay. So anyway, y'all. Um, so anyway, I was rising up through these levels of water. And as I was rising up through them, I was seeing myself going through all of like the little trials and tribulations that I have gone through personally in these past few months. And it was like I was being made to review it. You know what I'm saying? Like my spirit was telling me to review it. It was like my spirit was telling me to review what I had just gone through, and to you know, I guess I was getting the meat out of it, and I was leaving the bones of it. Like I needed to review it. I was feeling it again. I was seeing it again. But as I was rising up through it, like I went back, like I was going through a reliving of it. And then I got up to the surface. And then when I woke up, I have felt balanced like ever since. Like I have not, I know that I completed certain levels. Like I felt that mastery, you know what I'm saying, of all of those things that I went through. I was able to see the value of the experiences that I had. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why you went through this. This is why, because now I'm completely balanced. I know that I will never submerge to those depths again. Okay. It was all about a test. It was all about, you know, completing those tests. It was about mastering those lower chakras, okay, and those lower vibratory emotions like sadness, you know what I'm saying, feelings of unworthiness, you know what I'm saying, feelings of self-doubt, or whatever it was. You had to get to that point of completely being, you know, whole and loving yourself. I actually witnessed myself moving through those levels, and it was depicted as water because they were all like emotional states of being, you know what I'm saying. And so like I said, ever since then, when I've woken up, I know that I'm never, because like I would say, you know, like I said, over the 6 months, I would be okay, you know, for one day or two. And then I would, every time I would like really start thinking about what I've gone through, the way that it went down, then the sadness would come back, because I was literally in mourning, okay, mourning my old self, mourning the person who I thought that the narcissist was, okay. And so, you know, you're in mourning. So when you're in mourning, it's like, you know, you feel like you're okay because it's not on your mind. But every time you think about it, the sadness comes back. Okay. So now I know that that's never coming back. Okay. I'm not going to say that, you know, I won't get sad or I don't have some emotional response to thinking about what I've been through. But I do know that I'm never going to submerge to those depths again, because I'm completely above the water now. You know what I'm saying? I'm on land, I'm grounded, I'm completely balanced. Okay. And I know that because I feel it. You know what I'm saying? This is how you always know what the truth is, by the way it feels. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm balanced. I know I'll never feel those feelings again. So I know that I've mastered certain levels. Okay. So that's basically what I'm talking about tonight, is that basically, you know, we're in this cycle where all of these layers of, you know, negative energy are basically being dissolved. You know what I'm saying? Because again, the world is being reconfigured. We're going to the new earth that I saw in my dream. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I had to experience the things that I had to experience, because I am one of the people, you know what I'm saying, that's going to be, and you know, you guys are too, which is why we're all here, which is why you guys are part of my soul group. Okay. So basically what has been happening as I was coming up through those, because it felt like layers of emotion, like, you know what I'm saying, different layers, different levels, until I was up at the highest level. Okay. And basically it's basically layers of you know, we basically were in a cycle. um these layers are being removed. We're being, you know, we're coming through them and like mastering them and like leaving the things that don't serve us behind, and basically taking the meat and leaving the bones. And we're going to land where, and we're going to be grounded. Okay. So a lot of people are already here, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, for the ones who are not, this is where you're headed. This is what's happening. Okay. Even the energy barriers that were placed around your heart for protection, because of the realm, because of, you know, how, you know, this realm, how the physical and emotional suffering that exists in this realm. Those barriers were around your heart for protection. Even those things are being removed, which is why a lot of people are feeling such raw emotions. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the moon being in these water signs. You know what I'm saying? The moon was, you know, just in, like I said, in Pisces. It was in Scorpio not too long, you know, before that. And we've, you know, people are going through this emotional pain. It appears to be pain and suffering, but it's really basically coming into balance. Okay. It feels like the floodgates, okay, of emotions are just coming through. Okay. Because like I said, I was underwater. I was literally at the very bottom depths of the water, and was just you know, being pushed up, you know, floating up energetically, and I did not think that could happen. Yes. A lot of things are happening because things are being reconfigured, and I would say that that's happening with me too. But I'm successfully, because I don't want to be bothered right now. I have successfully been able to energetically block mine. Okay. And I don't, you know, I've blocked the telepathy. I've even blocked him out of my dreams. Like, he's appeared in the dreams, but not being able to even say anything. Like, the dreams have been completely silent, and I'm complete, and then I'm immediately like ushering you back out of the dream. You know what I'm saying? And so you know, it's all about mastering things and letting in what you want and releasing what you don't want. So choosing and releasing, you know what I'm saying? And not necessarily being resistant, but, you know, because for me, I just feel like, you know, I'm choosing what I want, and I'm not dealing with what I don't want to deal with. You know what I'm saying? And it is a battle. It is an energetic fight. You know what I'm saying? Because again, that person is a part of you. You know what I'm saying? On a very deep soul energetic level. And so it, on some level, we know that we can't completely reject that, but we can reject them coming to us unbalanced and coming to us distorted. Okay, we can definitely reject that. Okay, but basically, you know, a lot of people have been feeling extremely emotional because you're literally, you know, your hearts are literally bursting open. Okay, and especially now, us with Mercury being in retrograde, you're feeling a lot of the stuff from the past coming up that you hadn't dealt with. Okay, so this is why a lot of the relationships from the past are coming up. Yeah, they're in your dream lately, on a constant. Yeah, okay, divine discovery. So it's happening as with the collective. I've literally had to rebuke his energy. So yes, they are fighting for their very lives right now, because again, my last video, I think it was the last one, when I was talking about us collectively like withdrawing our energy from them, okay? And they can feel that. Okay, this is why the teachers, you know, the teachers who come forth and all of that, we are all under attack more than anyone, because we're waking people up, and we're, you know, basically letting people know that you can withdraw. You're not obligated to this. There's no contract that you didn't write that's in place, that you can dissolve the parts of the contract that you need to dissolve. You know what I'm saying? And yes, the past is coming back around because Mercury is in retrograde. Okay, so especially the people who have unfinished business, the people who got ghosted, the ones who did not communicate, the ones who chose not to communicate and chose to run, those are the ones who are really being forced to look back. And this is why they're trying to connect with you. Now, a lot of them are very immature in their communications and in the way that they're dealing with it. And so they're not coming with the right energy. A lot of them don't know how to come in any other way other than to try to cause conflict. Okay. And you're not having it. And so this is why they're being rejected. Okay. So they need to learn how to change their approach if they wish to get in, because, you know, we're not having it anymore. And basically a lot of them are just starving for narcissistic supply. Okay. So I feel sorry for the people who have actually, you know, been unfortunate enough to find themselves in the presence of a lot of these collapsed narcissists, because they are just looking for anybody to cause conflict with, to get supply from. Okay, at this point, because again, people are waking up and no longer lending their energy, you know, to that demonic presence. You know what I'm saying? So it's this is as it should be. Okay, because it is meant that, you know, that they should perish, that the devil's co-workers are not going to be surviving any longer off of the energy of the children of the Most High. And that's just what it is. Okay. And so basically you're feeling strong emotions, and so are they. And it terrifies them, because this is what they've been running from their whole lives. All of the things that they have, you know, they're haunted by the ghosts of all of the people that they have hurt and done wrong in their past. And there's so much, you guys, that y'all don't even realize how much that there is, and how many people and victims that they have, and they're being haunted by, I mean, literally being haunted by not only if they've done you wrong, but all the people that they did before they met you, because it's all coming back around right now. It's all being shoved in their faces. Everybody is facing their karma, both good and bad. Okay. So basically what's happening is, again, a lot of people's hearts are bursting wide open. They're expanding. Why is it expanding? So that your spirit can move back home. Okay. You're, again, a lot of you, most of us, okay, most of all of humanity, okay, a lot of people are not in fully embodying our spirits. We don't want to be here. We don't like it here. We don't like the way that they do things, especially a lot of the star seeds you don't completely embody, because you don't want to be here. Okay. So a part of you was not, you know, you find things to do. You know, there's escapism, you know what I'm saying? For the narcissist, there's dissociation. Okay, so you create alter personalities. You know, if you're stuck in the 3D, and if you're in the spiritual, then you just keep a part of yourself, you know what I'm saying, in the non-physical. Okay, and you know how to do that. And so basically it's time to now fully embody your spirit. And so in order to do that, your heart chakras had to be expanded. Okay, your throat chakras had to be healed. Okay, and so right now, a lot of your heart chakras, your crown, your third eye, they're lit. Okay, because you're being upgraded. Okay, because a lot of you have begun to master your lower centers. Okay, or if you haven't, you've already mastered them. Okay, just like me, I felt myself coming up through them. I've had some very intense lessons. Okay, that I handled like a boss, and I mastered a lot of those lower centers. Okay, so when y'all saw me have the breakdown, the moon was here. Okay, the new moon was coming. I think the moon was already in Pisces, or headed, you know, into this very watery emotional time. The new moon was coming. My period was coming. I was emotional. I was completing lessons. I was completing cycles. So there was a lot going on. Okay, and now I'm on the other side. Okay, and so I feel absolutely balanced within myself, and I've completed, you know, reached a plateau of healing. So now we go on to the next phase. Okay, and so what I'm doing, like I said, there's some who went before me, there's some of you who are right here with me, and there's some who are right behind me. Either way, we are all doing this together. Okay, so this is why I'm coming to share you know, where I'm at on the path, because like I said, I'm only just a few steps ahead of some of y'all. And so if you're in the hardest part or the darkest part, or you don't know what's going on, then this will help you to know what's coming, you know what I'm saying, in the days and weeks ahead. You know what I'm saying? For the star seeds and the light workers, you know, you're going to start to be gathering together, okay, all over the earth, okay, and throughout the year, connecting with other soul flames, okay, other people who have balanced themselves, okay. And I've talked about this, I've already talked about it, I talked about it before I actually even experienced it myself, okay, to bring the new earth seeds, the seeds of self-mastery and awareness to the rest of the collective, okay. So that's basically, that was me going through my whatever I was going through, you know what I'm saying, to get to a place of being balanced, okay. And so now, you know, now there's other teachers out here, there's other people who are on this same frequency, okay, and some of you are on the same frequency. So now we start connecting, okay, and again, like in our private groups, as you know, with other teachers, you know what I'm saying, and start preparing for what we're going to be doing in the new earth, okay. Some people are receiving downloads, you know, and creative energies from the higher realms already. And like I said, your hearts, your throats, your third eyes, and your crown chakras are all lit right now. They're all being worked on, they're all being upgraded if you've been doing the work, and you should be feeling this, okay, receiving downloads, again, creative ideas, inspirations from the higher realms, okay. You take these energies, they're going to be coming as visions, as things that you imagine, you know what I'm saying. Some of you may be feeling strong sexual energies, because creative energy is a sexual energy is creative energy, okay. So you, this may manifest itself in you feeling very sexual, you know what I'm saying, and you feeling inspired to do something, you know what I'm saying, feeling very like, you know, this urgency to all of a sudden do something, to write that book, to make that song, to get in the studio, to do whatever it is that has been on your bucket list to do. You're going to be feeling inspired, because now your higher centers are open to receive this stuff, okay. So basically, you're being called now to meet with other starseed representatives in this vibratory realm. So basically, to vibrate on the same frequency now with the people who are balanced, okay. And because an understanding now that you are no longer being restricted by time and space, okay. And all of this is being brought back together as everything is becoming, you know, becoming balanced and becoming one in spirit again. I told you, time and space are the same thing. Time is space, okay, demonstrated. And so right now, we're not limited by that, between, as far as like connecting with the other flames who are vibrating at the same frequency, okay. So all you have to do is be at that frequency, go into your meditation, go into your mind space, and you can literally connect with these other people now, okay. The restrictions are no longer there, okay. They're no longer holding us back. We're free to commune with the ascended masters as well, okay, and also receive blessings from the Most High directly, okay. For those of you who have not felt that you could do that, you can now do that, okay. Because again, if you're here, okay, if you've experienced the feeling balanced, getting balanced, okay, and you will definitely know, because it's a great contrast, okay, as far as the way that you were feeling just a few days ago, a few weeks ago, okay. My stuff always comes to me in dreams, okay. So not always, but you know, when you're clairvoyant, you're going to get dreams, visions, you know, you'll see things in your imagination, you'll see it in your mind's eye, you know what I'm saying, or you see it like Tesla, as a 3D hologram of whatever it is, and you'll have a complete understanding of what it is that you're supposed to see, okay, and or supposed to understand, or supposed to do, or supposed to know, okay, or whatever it is that you're supposed to share. I've had a few breakdowns, heartache involving someone. It seems I'm becoming a little nice, or not my normally strong self. We were just talking about that, Annette. Your heart chakras are being expanded, okay. And so what's coming in, the energy that's coming in, is your higher self, which is comprised completely of love and light, okay. So there's no darkness at all in your higher self. And so you are feeling, you know, of course you're going to feel wishy, you know, swishy, you're going to feel mushy, you're going to feel watery, you know what I'm saying, you're going to feel emotional and soft, you know what I'm saying, but go with that, because it's coming in to balance You know what I'm saying? The other thing, whatever else has always been there. Okay. So just let that happen. Okay. It's going to make you more beautiful. It's going to make you more approachable. It's going to make you more effective in your communications and your connections with other people. Yes, the numbers and the synchronicities are just, you know, confirmation that you are on the right path. Okay. So my 45th goddess evolution 2020, when you get those, you know, because these numbers are going, they're synchronicities, they're angel numbers, they're messages, and they are beacons of light that are literally guiding you down your path. So whenever you start having synchronicities, or when you're having experiences that you know is telling you something, definitely look deeper into it. Do your research. You know what I'm saying? Look further, because your spirit, you'll be surprised at the ways that your spirit, in the directions that your spirit will take you in when you're looking for information, when you're looking for clarity. And it's basically lighting your path that you're going down. And it basically comprises the learning and the studying, the you know, the expansion of the knowledge of self, and the experiences that you're having is you know, the lights that is what's lighting your path. That is your path, you know, the path of, you know, expanding your knowledge and adorning yourself with knowledge. Okay. And getting the understanding. So yeah, because from there you'll start researching about that, and you'll see some other things that you're curious of, and find yourself going, you know, being led down a path that is the path. So it is one of adorning yourself with knowledge. Okay, divine knowledge of self, because all of the things that you are finding that appear to be outside of you are absolutely inside of you. Okay, so the numbers are very significant. Okay, and what, especially the, you know, pay attention to what numbers they are. And if you're paying attention, divine discoveries, my 45th goddess and Annette, you all posted at 1144. Okay, a very significant number as well. So again, you know, a lot of the research that you're supposed to do, and the reason why I don't spoon feed you the information, is because the divine wants you guys to be empowered by obtaining the knowledge yourself. Okay, and so, you know, it's there, and they're saying look deeper into it, because as you look deeper into it, I'm gonna give you another little clue, another little riddle for you to, you know, to you know, to unfold, you know what I'm saying, to unravel, to figure out, you to be in awe of the divine with. Okay, so that the whole path is one of mystique. It's mysterious, it is mystical, you know what I'm saying, it's magical, it's beautiful. So stay on it, you know what I'm saying, and by all means continue to share. Okay, but basically you're getting to the realm where you guys are vibrating high enough now to commune with the ascended masters, to commune with archangels, and, you know, with higher vibrating beings and other beings who have balanced out their own energy. Okay, so basically what's coming in, this light from the higher realms, is basically permeating it. For one, it's not only permeating the light workers on the planet, but it is permeating all of Gaia down to the very core. Okay, so everyone will be blessed and acknowledged. Okay, because we're all on this path of evolution at different levels together. You know what I'm saying? You are not going to be able to fight these changes, Annette, because this is divine. These are divinely orchestrated changes that are happening. Again, this divine love and light that's coming in and waking us up is coming from the very center of the galaxy, through the sun, and it's going through every being on this planet to the very core of Gaia. Nobody is going to be able to resist this. Everyone is being blessed. Okay, and those blessings look different for some of us, because for some of us who have been ruling untruly and being, you know, doing wrong, that those blessings look like they're lessons that come in the form of karma, unfortunately. So at first, that some people have to go through their karma, and then, you know, again, like me, I had to rise from those subterranean levels of emotion to get to the higher levels where now you can start to rise. So nobody's going to be left behind, but again, we are all on the same path of evolution, just at different levels. Okay, so no one is being left behind. Okay, so basically what's happening is, you know, in my dream I saw people burning. Okay, and those were the empty vessels and the shadows. So the people who identify with the self, with the body, the physical body as the self, those who identify with their job, their occupation, their social status, you know what I'm saying, their finances, their money, their net worth as part of the self, those are the people or those are the empty vessels that were burning. Okay. The spirit cannot burn. So when you identify with the spirit as being the true identity, then you know that you cannot perish. Okay. So that's why I didn't care about what was burning and what we were leaving behind, because those were empty vessels. Okay. But they have definitely clarified that no one is going to be left behind. But again, there are some people who are literally have become their egos, and they are empty vessels. And again, that's why I didn't give a damn about them, because they are the devil's co-workers. Okay. And they have been being used by the devil, to perpetuate evil, upon the children of the Most High. So there was no, I had no qualms about leaving those empty vessels behind. Okay. So, because, somebody had asked about, how can spiritual beings burn, if you know what I'm saying, because and a reason why, this particular person was asking this is because I feel like this person was fearful, because they feel a lot of guilt about what they've done. Okay. And again, it's not the people who identify with the spirit as the self. It's those who identify and trying to switch up and say, I identify with it. It's not that easy. You know what I'm saying? And to identify with the spirit of the self, you're going to be doing spiritual work. You're going to do your inner child work. You're going to do, not just inner child work. You're going to do the shadow work. You're going to work with your shadows. You're going to work on all of the things that you need to fix. You know what I'm saying? Before you, like I said, you're going to come from the very subterranean levels of emotion, from the limbic regions of your subconscious mind, in order to get to the place where, you know what I'm saying, you're able to say that I've healed and I'm doing work. This light looks so bright. I'm trying to dim it a little bit. Okay. So, so yeah, so basically it's not about spiritual beings burning. That is not who was burning. Okay. So those were material beings. Those were empty vessels. Okay. So that's, you don't have anything to worry about if you have been doing your spiritual work and you identify with your true identity as being your spirit. Okay. So it was basically the ego self that was being burned. It was the narc demon that was being burned. Okay. An empty vessel that was being used by, the father of lies. Okay. So everyone who wishes to identify with the spirit as the self, can make a difference in helping to shape and co-create the new earth. Okay. But you have to come from the spirit realm, because this is where you're literally drawing the substance that you're using to mold the new earth with. Okay. And so you have to be able to identify and vibrate with that same frequency. Welcome, Space Ghost. We're going to be cheered up, and we're going to be cheered up at the end of this anyway, Annette, once we get this information. Okay. Because it's all about where we're going to the next level. And I know that people are emotional right now, and this is why I came to tell y'all, because y'all saw me and I was emotional, and like I said, I'm just a few steps ahead of people on the path. And I want you to, in a few days you're going to feel a lot better. If you know what I'm saying, it's always the darkest before it's the dawn. So you know what I'm saying, it always seems like the worst. You know what I'm saying, it gets worse before it gets better. Okay. And so, we're headed to something very beautiful right now. Those who are the people who are like me, okay, me only being a few steps ahead of you guys, and being in the spotlight. The people who have been put in the spotlight, y'all need to understand first off that nobody is special. Nobody is better than anyone else. Nobody is, you know what I'm saying? Some people, I wouldn't say that some people are more advanced and have, you know what I'm saying, because somebody had to go before, but we're all on the same path. Okay. So the people who are in the limelight, in the spotlight, are no different than you. Okay. So every one of us has our own unique gifts. We're blessed and we're special in our own way. Okay. So there's nobody that needs to be trying to step up and act like they're superior. And I would not suggest following any teachers who try to act like they are superior. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to, for one, you're not going to get nothing from them. They think they're better than you, and they're literally looking down at you. Those people are narcissistic in nature. Okay. A real teacher is going to basically be making, not great students, but other great teachers. Okay. So I don't feel a need to be standing above anyone. You know what I'm saying? Not only for a short amount of time, only long enough to be able to pull y'all up here. Okay. Yes, that's what's happening, Annette. I just went through it. And I was talking about how I saw myself being moved up through the water. Like I was literally saw myself when I went to sleep. I saw myself at the very subterranean levels of water, and I was being moved up through it. And as I was coming up through it, I was being made to relive a lot of things that I was going through, especially in these past 5, 6 months. Okay. And basically getting the meat out of it and leaving the bones behind. And at the end of it, I came out, and I've been balanced ever since I woke up from that dream. And I know that I'm not going to feel as if I cannot stabilize my emotions again. Like I'm no longer in mourning. You know what I'm saying? I have accepted what everything, you know what I'm saying, that has happened. And I'm absolutely enthusiastic about moving forward. So my past is behind me. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what it was, regardless of how painful it was, and that there is an enormous transfer value of this energy. And this is what I'm talking about, y'all, as I move forward. You know, those of you who have gone through the great pains and have been struggling through this, you are about to be rewarded. So don't you dare give up now. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people do want to give up right before the blessings come in. Okay. And I promise you, those blessings are getting ready to come in. Okay. But you know, the people who are in the public arena right now, we are the ones who have basically walked through. A lot of y'all are right now in that valley of the shadow of death. Okay, y'all are in that dark night of the soul that a lot of us have just come out of. Okay, and so this is why we have to turn around and let y'all know what we've gone through, to let you know that there is life after it, that you will survive it, that you have not gotten off of the path. Okay, but you're walking, you know, the people who have been basically, who are in the spotlight right now and who are being placed before you as teachers and guides, they're just the people who have gone through the same shit that you're going through right now. Okay, we have experienced the trials and the tests of initiation. Okay, that's what it is. I mean, I'm really beginning to feel, when I remember when I told you guys about when Michael, you know, I got all these downloads when I was being initiated by Michael. And I remember when I left my body, and I didn't remember everything that happened, but I remember seeing everything. Like I saw pyramids, I just, so much stuff was downloaded into my head. And I feel like what I'm going through now and what I've been going through for the past 6 months was some of the stuff that I saw when I did, that I didn't remember when I came back when I was with Michael. I think he had taken me into the future to see these things right now that I'm going through, because I remember when I came back, I was laughing hysterically, but I also had tears on my face. You know what I'm saying? And for some reason, I just feel that I saw this, you know what I'm saying? That when he showed me the future, he showed me a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? And I was, you know what I'm saying? I was even beyond this, you know what I'm saying? But as I'm going through it, I'm remembering like, this is some of the stuff that Michael has showed me, you know what I'm saying? So I'm very amazed at the path, how mystical, how magical that it is, how everything is a piece of a bigger puzzle, you know what I'm saying? And that everything has been very significant. Every little twist and turn, every nuance, every experience that you have had has been very significant to your personal journey. Okay. And so basically, again, the people that are going before you, the teachers, are people who have just walked through that valley before you. Okay, we've gone through the tests, we've gone through the trials, we've come out of the fire and the ashes like a phoenix. Okay, we have rised to the light of illumination. This is why we are before you. Okay, we have been illuminated. And so, and we're and reason why we're illuminated is because we are beacons of light. We are the ones to show you the way. You know what I'm saying? We are the way showers. And so because this is why, because the earth is completely new, it's being reconfigured. This hasn't been done before. You know what I'm saying? And so we had to go before you, and only just a little, like a few steps. Like I said, Annette, you're going to be feeling better in a few days. Okay, I promise you that. Okay, so the earth right now again is being bathed in a blanket of divine light, and that light is permeating all the way down to the very core of Gaia. Okay, so the illuminated ones that we all, you know, it's important that you share, you know what I'm saying, your experiences. It's important that you tell your story. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have been you know, in the background for a long time, but it's time to come forward and to share your stories of unwavering faith. Okay, this is the one trait that all light workers, all star seeds, all empathic light workers, all Heyoka empaths, and all of the illuminated ones. The one trait that you share is your unwavering faith, your tenacity. Okay, the fact that no matter what you have gone through, no matter how hard that it has been, no matter how bad that it has hurt you, you know what I'm saying? Your faith in what you believe in has been unshakable. You know what I'm saying? I know me, no matter what I was going to lose, no matter what, I was not shaking on what I believe in because I know it's true. I know it's the truth. Nobody's going to make me believe another lie. So when they meet us, the narcissist, when they meet the Heyoka empath, when they meet the light worker, when they meet, you know what I'm saying, the illuminated ones, they have met their match because their manipulation tactics don't work. You know what I'm saying? So their silent treatment don't work. Okay, what they get is a mirror. You're gonna get back the exact same thing that you're giving to me. Welcome, Nine Roots. I missed you, babe. I'm glad that you're here. I love your energy. Okay, so I'm glad that you're here. But yes, the one trait that all of the illuminated ones share is your unwavering faith, your unshakable resolve that you know what your truth is. Nobody's going to be able to change that. Okay, your unbreakable strength and your spiritual tenacity, it is your tenaciousness to the task, okay, at hand that has set you apart, okay, from all of the rest. Okay, because again, there were 2 million light workers dispersed onto this planet as star seed empaths. Okay, and there are going to be 144,000 who actually complete the mission. Okay, so again, the one trait that you all share is that you are unshakable in your faith, no matter how hard, no matter how difficult things have gotten, no matter how dark, no matter how fearful or hopeless things seem to be. You have not been shaken, you have not been knocked off your square. Okay, no matter how alone you have felt, you never gave up. Okay, you survived the trials by fire, you have been refined. I'm glad to see you, babe. So yes, you have been refined. You have survived your trials by fire. Okay, you have persevered through the darkness until you have emerged. Okay, triumphantly into the light. Okay, you ready to do your jobs now. Y'all did that. Okay, so if no one else has congratulated you, light worker, I want to congratulate you. Okay, you put in the work. It has been recognized by the divine. Y'all did that. Okay, you have mastered a certain the lower levels. Okay, and you have mastered the lower chakra systems, your lower centers. Okay, and you are now standing on level ground, and if you haven't, you are going to be there very soon. Okay, because again, we are a collective, and so again, those of us who come before you are only just a few steps ahead. Okay, only just a few steps ahead, just to make sure that you don't lose your way. Okay, you have come through the dark, you know, the valley of the shadow of death, the dark night of the soul. Okay, into total unity with spirit through all of the things that you have gone through. Okay, into total unity with spirit. You have become fully human and fully divine. What is MP, Lady Witch? Nine Roots. Not to interrupt or change the subject. Are you Nine Roots from the Walmart channel video? Yes, that is the same Nine Roots. I forgot you that not that Walmart channel video. That is so funny that y'all are talking about that from my first Badass Tarot channel. I believe it's on my Badass Tarot channel. But so yeah, y'all have become fully human and fully divine in the process, whether you knew it or not. Through all of your pain and all of these trials that you've gone through, y'all, there is reward that is coming out of it. Okay, you have been receiving downloads. Now you have access to the Akashic records. You're accessing your new, yet it's new yet ancient wisdom. Okay, that you're getting from the Akash, whether you know it or not. If you're getting downloads and you're receiving wisdom from the divine, you have accessed the Akashic records. Okay, you're feeling a new sense of harmony within yourself and also with the divine, so you're basically able now to work more closely with spirit. Okay, a lot of you are still, you know, this is the thing, a lot of you are your gifts have your third eyes have opened up, your gifts are being developed. um your I see a lot of your third eyes are open, your crowns are open, your throat chakras have been cleared, and your heart chakras are expanding. Okay, and so a lot of you don't realize that all of these things are indicative of an initiation. Okay, into the higher realms. Okay, you're on the path of initiation. It is universal law that once you have received this initiation and you have mastered those lower chakras, and now your higher chakras are beginning to be activated, it is universal law that now you have to share. You know what I'm saying? You have to share. Now that you've achieved enlightenment, you have to share the wisdom that you've gained. You have to use your gifts to heal and to help and to guide others. Okay. You know, not only must your life be an example um of what you know now and what you believe, but you have to share the wealth and the wisdom and the understandings that you've garnered through your experiences. Okay, so this is why I share my dreams. This is why I share what I've gone through, the fact that I felt like I had some nervous breakdowns, that I was having breakdowns every other day, so that you feel comfortable with what you're going through. Okay, because I've had several people come to me and they thought they were going crazy. Okay, because you know what I'm saying? Because they didn't have a frame of reference for what they were experiencing. Okay. And so, as practitioners of co-creation, and of spiritual mastery, you're a student on this path, but you're also a teacher. So once you feel that you have achieved that mastery of those lower realms, you need to start sharing the experience that you're having, because there are a lot of people who are on this path. Okay, who are stepping on the path. Okay, and you know what I'm saying, you have to, they need you. I needed the people who helped guide me. You know what I'm saying? And as you teach, you're going to the teachers in this new earth. We teach by example. Okay, your thoughts, your words, your actions should all be a reflection of the message that you've come to share. Your life, the way that you're living your life, should all be a reflection of the message. Your life, live the way your whole life is a message. Okay, and so this is the responsibility that you take on when you recognize and acknowledge that you are a star seed light worker empath. Okay, I can definitely feel the changes. My heart was sort of closed. Yes. And but see, you have to go. I'm telling you, the more that you go with it, Annette, it's a beautiful thing. Because as your heart chakra opens up, music sounds better, food tastes better, the people that you love, they start to be more attractive to you. The world is beautiful, the grass is greener, the coffee smells better, the birds are actually communicating, they're talking to you, the trees are communicating with you, everything is alive, it's aware of you, everything is namaste. You know what I'm saying? You can see angelic beings, you can see fairies, you can see light beings, you can see the God in other people. It's a beautiful experience, Annette. So just go with the flow. It's uncomfortable to begin with. In the beginning, it's uncomfortable. But the more that you allow that to happen, and more that you allow your heart chakra to expand, I know the first things that I did, I began to experience, was remembering things. Like I remembered feeling like this when I was a little girl. Like I hadn't felt like that in a long time. You know what I'm saying? So the feeling of being like carefree, and you know what I'm saying, being enthusiastic about life, being happy about what was to come, feeling that I have that I am creating this, so it can be whatever I want it to be. So when you know that you are literally co-creating this reality, and that you can call into being whatever experiences that you want, then you regain that enthusiasm. Like we say we know it, but cognitively, when you actually begin to experience it on a real level, you know what I'm saying, it renews that enthusiasm. You know what I'm saying? And so just continue to allow your heart chakra to expand, because it's going to change your perception of the world, literally. Okay. Your old perceptions of the world, you know, that were rooted in old belief systems and old religions, cultural taboos, destructive behavior patterns, those are all being reconfigured now. Okay. And modified, okay, or eliminated altogether, because, you know, a lot of the old conditioning was rooted in institutions that were erected by the narcissistic masses. Okay, the world is narcissistic in nature. Yes, you can't run divine discoveries. I was on a roll until I came to Louisiana and everything crashed down on me. Okay, because yeah. So this is what's happening with a lot of people. So at least you should be, have some comfort in knowing that you're not the only one. This is happening with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, this is happening all over the planet. The people are being awakened. People are being made to face their karma, and it's all happening because of the healing that needs to take place. It's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't feel good in the beginning, but it's a good thing. Okay, though it does not feel good. We are being healed. Exactly. Nine roots. We are unlearning all of those old, outdated, belief systems, and those structures that were rooted in those old, outdated belief systems are beginning to come down. Okay. So again, they're being reconfigured, modified, or eliminated altogether. Okay. So the old conditioning that those institutions was rooted in was narcissistic in nature. Okay. They were erected for the purposes of domination, control, and enslavement, to conquer. Okay, to conquer the people. Who have love in their hearts, to conquer. They were rooted, they were erected by the devil's co-workers, okay, to control and dominate the children of the Most High. And so it must be that those things come down. Okay. And basically, the people who have been seated in those places of power, ruling untruly, they they're doing things like, just like, I'm thinking about the coronavirus. Okay, one of the, this is one of the things, like they're doing all types of, putting all types of, they're fear mongers. Okay, and so they're putting all sorts of fear tactics and things out here so that people can be fearful and be back in that lower vibration of fear. This is their favorite emotion to try to elicit from people. Okay, and so this is why, they come out with all these different diseases, with these disasters, with these threats of war. And like I said, the coronavirus right now is very a prominent thing, and it's one of the things that they're doing. They because they know that their power is rooted in fear and intimidation. Okay, and they know that their days are numbered. Okay, because the empathic light workers of this generation are neither fearful nor intimidated, okay, by them. Okay, and so if you are fearful or intimidated, join us in the private No Nart network. We're gonna get that up out of you. Okay, but basically, these people are running fearful. The ones who have been in power thus far, they are putting out all types of shit now, basically in an effort to try to bring people back into that lower vibration of fear, because they know that the younger generation of light workers and empaths are not um they're not fearful. They're not intimidated by all of that shit. They see straight through it. They're wide awake. Okay. And basically we are now raising up a generation of empathic starseed warriors. Okay. That don't fall for the okey doke. Okay. And so this is why they are putting out all the new, the newest designer viruses and sicknesses and, illnesses and all this. And like I said, there's always, I can't remember a time since I've been alive that this country was not under the threat of war. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. We are not the martyrs of the age of darkness. Okay. They know it. Okay, and the fear mongers are doing all kinds of tricks to try to maintain their control over the masses. Like I said, they know their days are numbered. They know that their demise has already been written. Okay, the divine has been preparing its own spiritual warriors, okay, its own masters of light, who are now ready to step in and take dominion, okay, in leadership roles that you know that these devil's co-workers have been taking. And this is why they're fearful, because they know that the warriors that have been being prepared are now ready. Okay, and so as the new earth is looming into view, the old structures and the negative energies that supported those people are beginning to fall, okay, are beginning to crumble. And like I said, the star seed warriors are ready to step right into their place, because it is their rightful places. You know, it's where they should have been to begin with. Okay, so you know, for those people who are ready to set an example with the directions and the guidance that you are going to give to the collective, you know what I'm saying? You are the ones who are ready to you take those places, those leadership positions, okay? And you know who you are, okay? Holding your focus on the vision of the new earth is going to be your job, okay? Um, so you know, like I said, I talked about it in my dream about the time of change, how many of the light workers, the star seeds, the empaths that were going to be coming were going to, you know, you have been given a dream or a vision. If you haven't already had that, you are going to have one. Okay, a dream or a vision. A lot of the dreams and visions included butterflies. Okay, I said that when I told my dream the first time. Okay, and since then I've met a lot of people who have had the butterfly dream. Okay, your job is to see to it that the new earth is manifested, okay, that it comes into view just the way that we envisioned it. This is why you were given the vision, and to see that it, you know, that it's manifested and unimpeded by the dark forces that don't want to see it come. Okay, so your own gift and personal contribution to the whole, it can only be accomplished by you taking an active role, an active part in playing the role that was assigned to you by your highest self. The only way that you're going to know that is to connect with your highest self. Okay, which is why I can't stress enough how important it is that you have communion with your, you know, you basically you have meditation, that you do try to connect with the ascended masters that you are going to be working with, that you do connect with your archangels and your, you know, your ancestors and your guides, who, whatever spirit guides that you're going to be working with. This is the time to commune with them and to, you know, to cultivate those relationships. Okay, because again, you can only give your gift and your own personal contribution to the collective and to help to build this new earth, if you are you playing the role, and you're fulfilling your own specific purpose, because you each have a specific purpose that no one else can fill. Okay, so you know, you to do it, you have to protect the integrity of your heart. You have to raise your vibration above that of the collective. Okay, you have to raise your vibration above that of the masses to connect with the ascended masters and the light workers, okay, who are vibrating much higher. Most of the collective is still vibrating in the lower fourth dimension, okay, between the third and fourth dimension, okay, and we have to raise ourselves, be beyond that, okay, to the fifth dimension and beyond, okay, in order to be able to raise everyone else up, to be able to raise the vibration of the collective. Okay, so you all are being blessed with a cloak of invincibility, if you will. Okay, basically that will help you collapse time and space. It'll help you get a lot of things done, and also protect you from, because even though you're here to help these people, this is like I'm talking like Jesus, you know what I'm saying, who, like I said, loved the people unconditionally, so much so that even as they were killing them, you know, and killing him, you know what I'm saying, there was like no fight back. You know, I'm just going to ask for their forgiveness, you know what I'm saying, because I know that they don't know what they're doing, you know what I'm saying, they're not fully aware of what they're doing, whatever. So now we have this cloak of invincibility, and it's going to block out all of that negativity. This cloak was designed out of necessity, because of the empaths that came before, and didn't realize the necessity for it. Okay. And so if you want to receive that, join us in the private No Narc network. Okay. It will block out the negativity. If there's going to be doubt that's going to come from the people who are unenlightened, and these are the people that you are going to be helping, that you came to help, but they are going to be just as rebellious, as resistant, and as resentful, okay, as of the teachers and of the light workers and healers that come, as they've always been. Okay, so even though you are here to help these people, or you're here to help raise the vibration of the collective, to help to lift the whole planet into the higher vibration, where it is that new earth that I saw, where there's a glow around it, a glow comprised wholly of love and light. um the people that you are trying to help are going to be just as rebellious as they were towards all of the teachers who have come before. They're going to resist, they're going to resent you, they're going to doubt you, they're going to criticize you, and they're going to try to prevent you from fulfilling your purpose. Okay. And yes, your purpose is to help them. And you know what I'm saying? It's this is why we had to develop unconditional love and unconditional forgiveness. Okay, not necessarily to use it on a narcissist that was abusing you, but to be able to offer it to the collective who is going to be fighting you the whole time that you're trying to save them. Okay, because for one, they resent being pushed out of their comfort zones. Okay, a lot of them are still living in deeply immersed in their shadows. They're deeply immersed in the illusion. They're like the people on the Matrix, that when Morpheus told the people on the Matrix how people were going to be resenting, that some people are going to resent being unplugged. Some people, I was talking about the man who wanted to take the blue pill and stay asleep, and he wanted to go back and eat the steaks. He wanted those steaks to taste real. He wanted to be immersed in the illusion. He did not want to know the truth. He didn't want to wake up. Those are the narcissists. Okay, and the world is filled with them. Okay, there's more narcissists than there are empaths. Okay, but the balance, it still balances itself out because they have no power. Okay, and so but basically they're fearful of the changes. Okay, even if the changes are for the better, because a lot of them have been immersed in their own illusions of lack, of poverty, of what I'm saying, of just negativity, of toxicity. And even though you're trying to pull them up out of it, they are still going to resent you. So we really have to go in and be prepared for this. Okay, these people are fearful of you literally collapsing their reality, so they're going to try to discredit you. They're going to try to knock you off of their square. Okay, yeah, they're going to yes, I'm glad that you're understanding, because I want y'all to be prepared. Okay, if you're here, it's because you need these lessons as you go forward on your path, because you're going to encounter these things. Okay, um, they are going to try to destroy you. They're going to try to discredit you. They're going to try to knock you off your square by any means necessary. And you, light worker, cannot waver. This is why you have gone through the trials by fire that you have gone through, as far as the relationship that you had to let go of, having to cultivate self-love and all of those things. Those things were necessary for you to become balanced and to master those lower vibratory emotions, because of what you're going to be facing going forward when you go into your life's work. Okay, you are going to face all types of opposition off all sides, and you cannot waver. Okay, this was why you had to go through the trial by fire, so that you would be prepared and qualified to fight this fight. Okay, you are going to have to stand in the light of your own integrity, because people are going to be lying on you. Okay, they are going to be lying on you. They will do anything to try to destroy your image. Okay, if y'all know, if anybody listens to my hater Clarence, if y'all listen to Jamila, these people have lied on me. These people have just did all types of things, and I don't even know them. Okay, but they see me as a threat, and so they feel like I have to make other people not like her. I have to make other people not trust her. You know what I'm saying? And this is how you know you're one of the chosen ones, because people are pressed by your very presence, and they feel the need to turn other people away from you. Okay. They would not feel that need if they did not see that you were making a difference. Okay. And not only that, they watch you, they hate, but then they copy. Okay, because they want to be you. Okay, so just pay attention to that, because take a lesson from what y'all see me going through, because it's going to show up in on your path as you go forward as well, and as you step into the limelight. Okay, you're going to have to stand in your light, and you're going to have to stand on your own truth. You're going to have to take the stance of a master by blessing those people and keeping it moving. Okay, don't try to change their minds, don't try to convict them, but teach by example. Okay, do this by speaking your truth, okay, at their level of understanding, and letting them know that there is more than one path home. Okay, all paths lead home. Okay, some of them just take a little bit longer, some of the routes are a little bit more scenic than others. Okay, but there are many paths that lead to the oneness, of that unified field of love and light that we share with one another, as well as with the creator. Okay, and so, now that these changes are taking place, proof of the substance of humanity's evolution into a higher realm is very apparent, in everyone and in everything. The fact that, with some of us, there's been a very visible transformation. You know what I'm saying? There's been a very visible evolution that you can see. You know what I'm saying? So you basically can see that this person has changed, that this person has evolved. They look different. Not only do they look different, they sound different. They're teaching different. They're more focused. They are, they seem to know their purpose. They are, you know what I'm saying, directly focused on that purpose. You know what I'm saying? You can tell when that people have been renewed. Okay, so you're going to be seeing a lot of glow ups. Okay, because the glow up is the light workers. Okay, being ignited all over the planet. Okay, glow up until the whole planet glows up. Okay, the whole planet had a glow around it. Okay, and this is going to require for all these light workers to be ignited. Okay, the way they're going to get ignited is when the ones who are turned on, you're going to have to turn around and turn on the rest of them. Okay, so it is going to be your job to share your experience. Okay, that is required of the divine, for you to do that in order for you to even go to the next level. Okay, but the proof of the substance of our evolution into that higher state of awareness is apparent now everywhere that you look. Okay, if you have eyes to see, you don't have to walk by faith alone. You know what I'm saying? You no longer have to walk by faith alone. You can literally see physical evidence of the transformation. Okay, and so we have moved into a higher level of consciousness. Okay, we have subdued the ego. Okay, by bringing it into alignment with the highest self, and if we haven't done it yet, then we are in the process of doing so. Okay, we're very mindful now. We're more mindful of the quality of our thoughts. We're more emotionally balanced than we were. We've learned that true and real love originates within the heart center, within the self first. Okay, it must permeate that heart center from inside out before it can be given as a gift to anyone else. Okay, so we've learned on this journey that self-love is of utmost importance, and self-love feels good, it looks good. Okay, so it's a prescription from the divine as you move forward on this path. The more that you love yourself, the more that you do your self-care and you care for yourself, the better you look, the better you feel, the more deserving that you feel of the things that you are calling into your reality, and the better the quality of the things that you call in become. Okay, you're learning to observe the things that you don't like, without judgment, and to stay centered in your heart space regardless of whether you don't like it or not. Before I came down here, I'm wearing a bindi today. Okay, and one of my family members who is a narcissist, right before I went live, I actually saw this family member, and the first thing that he said was, "Oh, that looks stupid as hell on your face." And the old me would have been just slightly triggered by that, because I think that it's very rude. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know what I'm saying? If you can't say nothing positive, that didn't even need to be said. Okay. And so, but the old me, the new me simply observed it. I stayed centered in my heart. I was not triggered by that. I didn't feel anything about it. Basically, what I did was I saw it from a different perspective than I have ever seen it before. I basically was able to just see him for what he was. It didn't affect me. You know what I'm saying? It didn't affect me because I love my bendy. Okay. I love everything about myself. And so it didn't trigger me. It basically allowed me to see him for who he was. Like, damn, you're a whole narc out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I mean, he even, in the fact that I was not triggered in the fact that I did observe and only observed without judgment. It caused him to be more aware of himself, because then he turned around and be like, no, that just kind of caught me off guard, because I didn't say anything, right? I observed and just gave a little smile. And he became more aware of himself as being an asshole. Okay. And then tried to clean it up. Okay. So I didn't feel the need to do anything, but I did feel a switch in perspective. Okay. My perspective a week ago would have been, I might have been slightly triggered by that. But my perspective today, because I've learned how to stay centered in my heart, no matter what's going on outside of me, was that I was able to just see the narc clearly and still love myself and not be affected by that. So that is the difference in the experience. Okay. So we have learned that, you know our power lies in our self-love. You cannot be triggered. You cannot be pulled into any negative experiences or arguments. Okay. We're learning that the gift of manifestation is found in the power of now. Okay. In the moment of now. So we have to be present right now, which is why we have to bring our spirit completely down into the self if we want to be master manifestors. Okay. We've been teetering between dimensions. Okay. Experiencing the lower realms. We've been going between experiencing the magical properties of the higher realms and then coming back down into the lower realms and feeling down. Okay, once we come back down, and now we're beginning to be more balanced and being able to hold ourselves in these higher realms, feeling these vibrant colors, the magical properties, you know what I'm saying, of the higher dimensions. Okay. And it's we're being able to stay here longer, which was the goal. Okay. And we're certain that this is where we want to stay. We're certain that we don't want to keep going back to those lower realms. We're certain that we're done with the narcs. Okay. And the narcissistic relationships and the unfulfilling relationships. So if there's anyone of our past that wants to be with us, they're going to have to meet us ahead on the road. So they're going to have to catch up, basically. Okay. We still have a lot of lessons to learn. So there's a lot of lessons ahead of us, but we have mastered some things, you guys. So we need to be celebrating that. Okay. That we have reached a plateau and we have mastered some of the lower centers. Okay. Now we're moving forward into the higher realms. And of course, we still have lessons to learn. We will always have lessons to learn, but we have reached a level of mastery over the lower chakra system. Okay. And we can now see the perfection of the creator in all of his and her ways. Okay. Everything that we have experienced thus far was necessary. Okay. For what we were prepared and being prepared to do and what we were being prepared to become. Okay. So it has not been in vain. Okay. Right now we're being prepared to take another giant leap forward. Okay. Into our own personal evolution as well as evolving the planet. Okay. We each have a space to fill. It's time to take your space. Okay. No one else can fill your space. And it's a giant leap forward, basically, into connecting with, basically connecting your light and your flame with other flames. Okay. Becoming this great unified part of this unified field. Okay. Of love and light. Okay. And as we do that, and as more people connect, as in the, my No Narc network is one of those networks, and there are a lot of other light workers who are basically starting their own private groups. For one, it's time to remove our energy and quit giving energy to the collective that is narcissistic in nature, but for us to start creating our own secret societies and groups, so that we are having our own collective soul flame groups, so that we are this energy is being refined, that is being purified from the negative energies, and that it is beginning to grow, it's beginning to gain momentum. Okay, it is gaining strength and momentum, and as more and more light workers awaken, we are all beginning to advance to the next level and beginning to ascend. Okay, and as we do so, there are many positions of leadership, okay, that are ready to be filled if you're ready to fill them. Okay, um and it's not going to take what you think it's going to take. It's not going to require what the world requires and all of that. If you feel that you are ready to fill these positions, fill the positions, become a leader, make a YouTube channel, do whatever it is that you need to do in order to begin to share your light, your love and your light with the collective. This is how you're going to help to lift and raise the vibration of the planet. Okay. Now, be aware of the ego. It's always going to be there. It's always going to try to put doubts in your mind. It's always going to try to tell you that you're not good enough, that you're not qualified. These are all attempts for the ego to maintain control over you and to keep you from achieving full self-mastery. Okay, to keep you from claiming what is your divine birthright. Okay, so there it's going to be that battle between the little devil and the angel on your shoulder. It's a battle of good and evil. It's a battle of your shadow and your spirit self. Okay, and so be aware of that battle and be determined not to allow the ego to win, because it is literally trying to keep you from claiming what is your divine heritage. Okay, we have to learn how to draw energy from the infinite source of the unified field of love and light, and how to use that energy to mold and create the new world. Okay, as we bring forth the desires of our hearts and mold them into a real tangible manifestation. Okay, and we do that again by tapping into that unified field, which is why we have to get with our other soul flames, connect with one another, let that gain momentum, let it become a bigger flame. Okay, and they connect with bigger and bigger flames, you know what I'm saying, and eventually the whole entire planet will be illuminated. Okay, so it's basically, it's going to start with you getting with your soul family, your soul group. Okay, so again, if you feel led, definitely click the link in the description and join the private No Narc network. Okay, if you feel led that you are part of my soul family, my soul group. Okay, but what basically you're going to have to learn how to tap into that unified field, draw energy from that, and use that raw love and light energy to literally mold your manifestations. Okay, you're basically going to have to learn how to infuse your visions that you're having with the emotions of enthusiasm, of expectation. Okay, in order to to bring it to bring them into into the physical realm, and as a real and tangible manifestation. You have to know going in that there is going to be opposition. Okay, as you disconnect from the lower chakra system and the lower vibratory thought form of the collective, you're going to start acting, speaking, and thinking differently. You're going to start thinking and speaking words that carry the vibration of success. Okay, and as you take the actions and bear the stance of one who has defeated the devil, the devil's co-workers are not going to like you. So I'm telling you this going in, because you're going to need to be prepared for that. Okay, there's a lot of them. It was like at the end of my dream, we were in the house, and they were surrounding the house. Okay, they want your light. They're dark inside. They need the light. They know that they're dead inside. They are literally the walking dead zombies. They want your light. Okay, so you have to be prepared. Remember your cloak of invincibility, and we're going to talk more about that in the private No Narc network. Okay, so if you want to know about the cloak of invincibility, how you use it, how you got it, okay, and what it protects you from, how it protects you, join the private No Narc network. Okay, but basically You're going to start speaking with in a vibration of success, and the people are not going to like you. So be prepared for that, okay? But this change is necessary. You're going to be faced with proving yourself, because they're going to be lying on you. They're going to be doing all types of stuff, okay? But you're going to have to prove even to yourself that what you believe. You're going to have to prove that if you believe that when you're in harmony with spirit, that whatever that you give out is going to come back to you tenfold. You're going to be faced with challenges that are going to cause you to prove this to yourself, okay? You're going to have to take leaps of faith and not be afraid to give, to share, knowing that it is going to come back to you, okay? Because now you are in that higher realm. You are connected to the unified field, and this is where your blessings are going to come from. You now have all the tools of manifestation at your fingertips, and now more than ever, they're available for you to use, okay? If you haven't done so yet, it is time now to release everything that is not conducive to your spiritual growth and expansion. Some of you are still holding on, okay, to things that are not serving you, to things that are holding you down and holding you back, okay? If it is not conducive to the evolution of of exactly who and what you are and what you're striving to be, it's time to release that, okay? If you have not released it, and if you continue to resist releasing it, the situation or whatever it is that you're holding on to, it's going to come increasingly more and more unbearable until you surrender and let go. Okay, so if you're going through that right now, it's because you're still holding on to something. Okay, stop resisting. If you refuse to let go, and I'm talking about right now, okay, if you're resisting and you're not releasing those things that are holding you back and holding you down, you're going to be experiencing excruciating pain, and it's going to become unbearable. Okay, these things are obviously holding you back. Okay, you have been given the tools and the wisdom needed to navigate your way home now. Okay, so, are you taking advantage of the tools and the wisdom that you're being given, or are you just sitting here saying, yeah, that sounds good, but you're still holding on to a narcissist? Are you still holding on to, what I'm saying, things that don't serve you, old belief systems, old religious beliefs, old things that you learned in school? You know what I'm saying? If it's not conducive to your expansion and to your growth, into your rising into a higher vibratory frequency, then it's time to let that go. Okay. And again, if you don't let it go, you're going to know what it is that you're still holding on to, because again, it's going to become increasingly more and more unbearable. Okay, the veil of forgetfulness is being lifted. Okay, and your crown chakras are lit. You are beginning to remember who you are. You're beginning to remember your connection to some of the other people. You're beginning to remember what your purpose is for being here. Okay, and as it's being lifted, again, your crown, your ajna, the third eye, the throat, and the heart chakras are all lit. Okay, and so you may be feeling extremely sensitive. Okay, like Annette was talking about earlier. um she was talking about how she was feeling sensitive, and she was resisting it. And let's not do that, okay? Because as you go with the flow, it's turning in you into that beautiful, colorful butterfly, one of those beautiful butterflies that I saw in my dream. Okay, and so those colors represent emotions, so we got to let those emotions flow. Those emotions are energies in motion that actually can be used to bring about your manifestations. Okay, and so we have to learn how to like I said, tap into that unified field, pull energy from that, and literally mold that. And what we're doing is literally using the raw energy of love and light to create the new earth. Okay, it's a beautiful beautiful thing. Okay, so again, your crowns, your third eye, your throats, and your heart chakras are lit. Okay, because now you have mastered your lower centers and you're moving into the higher realms. Okay, so many of you are going to be or have been crowned as emissaries of light. Okay, on a mission for the great spirit. Okay, for the prime creator, the Ruach HaKodesh. You have been crowned as an emissary of light. Okay, light worker. And if you have been crowned, you know it, because you're getting visions, you're getting downloads, you're getting information directly from the divine through these centers that you are being urged and to share with the collective. Okay. The divine is preparing to shower you all who have stepped forward and who are doing the work with all of the love and all of the gifts from the divine and from the creator that you can receive, that you can absorb. Okay, and so it is. Okay, so basically, you guys, you have received a promotion. You have mastered your lower centers now, and you're going to begin, and you're already, is it looks like you're already beginning to feel these things as your higher centers are now beginning to be lit. Okay, so starting with the heart, you're going to start feeling more emotional, more loving, more sentimental, more compassionate. Okay, even the narcissists, okay, it's very uncomfortable for them. They are fearful of this love. Okay, but for you, if you're not narcissistic in nature, it still may be uncomfortable for you unless you are an empath and you know this feeling, and you know it's a good thing and you know how to go with it. It will be uncomfortable for you for a short amount of time until you integrate these energies. The heart, the throat, you are going to begin to, a lot of your throats are going to be irritated for a minute. They might be sore as they are also being expanded, being cleared. You're going to want to feel the need to apologize to people that you owe an apology to. You're going to feel the need to explain yourself. You're going to feel the need to speak life into those things that before you were probably speaking death over. Okay, you're going to feel the need to speak in a more positive manner, to speak life into your own manifestations, into your dreams. You're going to need to speak life over yourself, to be more encouraging, more compassionate with your words. Okay, as your third eye opens, you're going to be able to see more. You're going to be able to see through the facade to what a person is really saying, what they're really feeling, what their true intent is, what their true disposition is, what their true intentions for you and for everything else is. You'll be able to see through facades. Okay, and as the crown opens up, you're getting divine guidance, divine intervention. You're getting dreams, you're getting visions, you're able to see more that's right around you. The higher you vibrate, the more you can see. The highest of vibrating people can see the angels and the fairies. Okay, you have to be vibrating very high to be able to see the fairies. Okay, and to be able to see some of the archangels. Okay, so as this is how you know how high you are vibrating, by the things that you're able to perceive. Okay, so all of these centers are now opening up, and so you're going to feel more. You're going to say more. You're going to feel more. You're going to know more. Okay, and this is all coming in directly from the divine, and you're going to know that. Okay, and so basically you have all received an upgrade, and if you haven't gotten it yet, it is going to be coming in these next few days and weeks. Okay, so the feeling that you're going to feel is just much more balanced and on a higher level. You're going to know that you have received an upgrade because you feel higher vibrating emotions, and those lower vibrating emotions are going to seem to have been erased or removed from the picture altogether. And so you start from point zero, and you're not going to those limbic regions, to those lower realms, to those lower levels. Okay, the subterranean levels, like I was at in my dream that I just had a few nights ago when the moon was in Pisces. Okay, again, I was sleeping. I felt myself rising up through these levels, reliving all of the trials that I had gone through in order to garner the wisdom and the meat, and I was leaving the bones behind. And ever since I woke up, I have been balanced. Okay, and I'm sharing that because a lot of you are going to have similar experience. It might not be a dream. It may be a dream that you don't remember, but you will, what you're going to experience, the overall feeling that you're going to feel once this shift has taken place is absolutely balanced in your emotions. Okay. And more positive. Okay. More enthusiastic about the future, and fearlessness. Okay. You're ready to go forward and face whatever that is coming, because you've already faced your worst fears. Okay, so there's nothing to fear going forward, truly, but fear itself. Okay, and so I'm gonna leave you guys with that. I've been talking for quite a while. Okay, and my tea has gotten cold. Okay, so I'm gonna go. I got these Himalayan salt, these big chunks of Himalayan salt that I'm so excited about taking a bath with. Okay, also, you guys, I am going to be putting a new love wash hibiscus flower. I just saw an orb. Okay, I see a lot of orbs in this room. Um, Earlier, when I did my first tarot card reading in this room, an orb came up. It was so cool. It was so cool. I might do a mashup on this. I might do like take a clip from that and put it on this video, because this one was just so cool the way it entered the scene. But I just saw another one. Okay, so you guys might start seeing things like that. I don't even know if y'all could see that or if it showed up on the camera, but I did just, again, as you start to awaken, these things are going to, start being apparent around you. Basically, your world becomes magical, mystical, and everything is significant. Everything that you experience is of great significance. It's magical. It's a message from the divine. You now have eyes to hear, eyes to see and ears that hear. Okay, so now your perception has been corrected, and your superpowers are being activated, and all you have to do is just allow this to happen. Allow your spiritual self to expand, okay, and become this new person. Your mind is being renewed, your heart is being renewed. I know you feel it, and I just wanted to come and let you know that nothing is going wrong. All is as it should be, and to let that happen. Okay, thank you all for stopping by. I may come back and do a witching hour release, but I'm not sure. It's already 12:48. If I'm still up, I will. If not, I will be back tomorrow, you guys. Shout out to my clients who I am doing work for. Your work is looking amazing. Okay, one of your works I have sitting right here with me, and the energy from it is very powerful. So shout out to you, okay? And to everyone else, again, thank you guys for stopping by. I appreciate you, Nine Roots, for coming. I hope you can catch me more often on my live. I do appreciate your energy, and everyone else who has stopped by. My Wrench Gang, I love you guys. To my private No Narc network, catch me on the next live stream in the private group. If you haven't joined the group yet, but you do feel that you are a part of my soul group, my soul family, and you want to get on my personal mothership and go with me, the door is open for a short time. Click the link to Oshun Aj Exclusive in the description. Drinking hibiscus and ginger tea. Yes. So yes, and I love hibiscus. Okay, I use shout out to Terrence Lamont Jordan, okay? But yes, Annette, hibiscus is beautiful. It makes you feel beautiful on the inside when you drink it, when you eat it, and when you bathe in it. So my newest bath that I'm using, which is heavy in hibiscus powder. So this particular bath is going to turn your bath water a nice crimson red color, but it's also heavy. It's actually going to be like a crimson pink. It's like a pink, really hot pink, almost hot pink sort of color. It's a very sensual color because it's heavy in powdered milk and hibiscus powder. Okay. Also, hibiscus, the actual dried hibiscus flowers. I'm not telling everything, but it is a hibiscus flower love wash. You guys are going to love it. I'm going to put it on sale in the shop starting tomorrow. It is part of the self-love rituals that we're going to be doing going forward. So I do suggest that you guys go in to my shop and check out the love wash. Okay, I may offer it even for, I'm gonna take a nice percentage off of it for the first few batches so that it can get get tried and get reviewed by you guys. Okay, so and for some of the people in my private in Oshun Aje Exclusive, I'm gonna pick 2 people, and you're going to get free batches of the love wash. Okay, so 2 people in my private No Narc network, because I want you to get the love wash and to review it. My new hibiscus flower love wash. Okay, so again, thank everyone for coming by. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the group. 9 Roots and everyone else who is going to be joining us on the mothership. We are moving forward with the private Emerald Tablet book study. Okay, and the some other things that I have going on. Okay, we have a sigil class that we're going to be having coming up, that we're going to be doing live, and we're going to be doing that together and charging it and working with it together. Okay, so again, I have a lot of stuff planned for you guys. If you haven't seen the 2 newest meditations that are in Oshun Aje Exclusive, definitely get on those. They are amazing and transformative. Okay, and I'm gonna get out of here, you guys. Until we meet again, keep it classy, keep it clean. If you need me, you know where to find me, and do what you got to do to make shit happen. Peace.